All right, take two. Welcome to the zombies.
We're on mute or
Or
what?
we forget to put the thing off of mute. I think I was on mute, so everything was said already. I think only we heard it. Ha ha ha. We better do a checklist before we start streaming. Holy shit. Anyway, welcome to the zombies. We make mistakes and flow with them.
So round two, guys. Okay, let me start over then. Guys, we just had an AMA inside of the Discord. So you guys have here Byron that's drawing for us while I'm going to be talking. These are ZombSEIs V2, so art upgrade. Maybe we can call them ZombStars 2. Um, so we're working on another zombie collection. This one with more traits, your more traits, uh, eyebrows,
Eyebrows.
different look, and something that's going to be fun to collect and trade. So you guys are going to be witnessing this creation come to life via these live streams that we're going to do now. So this is what our fourth or fifth episode so far. We adjusted a bit at first. We had it a different layout, but we think this one is the best one. Yesterday we had like 500 listeners, if not more, viewers. So we really like the model. It's gonna let us expand a bit on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Twitter. I think this is very visually appealing for us. So
Yeah.
we really like the model that we did. So today, if you guys were wondering what happened, is that uh, we had um, we had an AMA inside of our Discord, and we reached out to certain communities that we knew from Cosmos that minted pretty heavily on Mint Day, and some of them are mainly Cosmos focused, so they're not really aware of what's going on Say. And we realized that there's at least 100 plus people that showed up today in our Discord that apparently could not see their NFTs on Magic Eden, right? So that's absolutely gut wrenching, right? I want these people to be able to see their NFTs. We made the mint with Kepler. We told them that it was okay for them to use Kepler, and then
Boom.
say their V2 upgrade. Well, some stuff broke for the Kepler wallet. So the main issue with that is that Kepler does not read the proper say address linked to the EVM say address. So when you go in your wallet and you click say, you'll see that one address has funds in it and the other one doesn't. Technically, on say, your EVM and your say address should be linked together, and they should have the same amount of say inside, and all the NFT should be in both accounts, right? Because it's just your derivative address of your say. So what happened here is that people either have to download a Compass wallet and transfer their seed phrase there to be able to see their NFTs now. That's the easiest solution. Personally, I don't like putting my seed phrase into things, so I just opened a new account and transferred all my ZombSEIs from Kepler to Compass. And on top of that, Compass is the preferred wallet on Say. So if you want to interact with different things and on Say, you're better off having that wallet anyway. So it's a little extra step for you guys, but we have two Medium articles that are in the chat right now that you guys can follow. So there's one to show these people how to donate to us, because yeah, we were finding that not a lot of people were showing support for the ZombSEIs when we know that we have a lot of support from the community, right? So we now found out that they couldn't even vote because they didn't know how to, right? They had to have their say on the EVM side of things. So we made a Medium article today for that. There's still 6 days left. Maybe we should have done it a bit sooner, but you know what? It's here. There's 6 days left. You guys can still vote. You got plenty of time. It's given us a chance to put out some video content that we promised we were going to do for the application. So here it is, guys. This is what we want to do, and we're going to be doing them daily, right, on Twitter and Twitch,
Ha.
so that you guys can really see Byron's creative process in the works. And then the second Medium article is how to send your ZombSEIs from Kepler to Compass Wallet using mass drop. So I believe the guy that created that was called Decoder Dev. So he built a beta platform where people can take snapshots and send and transfer NFTs using another application. So currently, it's the only one I'm aware of that you can still see your IBC Cosmos side of things. So if you connect your Kepler wallet there, make sure you connect your Kepler on the Say side and on the EVM. And then it's going to ask you to put in your contract address for the collection. So you would use the contract address for the ZombSEIs, which is in the Medium article if you need it. You paste that, you search, and you're going to see all your NFTs pop up. Once you see all your NFTs pop up, you can select them all and transfer them to the new created Say address that you have now on a Compass wallet. Obviously, for the first time, send only one. Make sure that it makes it to its destination. And once it does, you can transfer the rest, and you'll finally be able to list, delist, sweep, and do stuff on the Magic Eden platform. So again, we're super happy to be on Magic Eden.
I know.
We're still going through growing pains there for them to fix a couple of our issues, but it's happening. It's taking a bit of time, but currently we see Save the Dead has a bit of issues on it. For the ZombSEIs, it looks like it's pretty much covered. The supply looks good, and most people seem to be able to see their NFTs if they're on Compass. So again, no issues there. So if you guys do still have issues, make sure to come into Discord, open a ticket, and we can take care of you guys one by one. We can open the voice channels, share our screens, and we really want people to see their NFTs because we really think the ZombSEIs is an amazing collection. Who doesn't want to collect these zombies, right? When I first saw the collection, it was really unique, hand-drawn art, hand-painted. So again, I really like it, and I hope that all these people now that have regained access to their ZombSEIs that they'll be able to come and participate in the different activities we have left. Because we were wondering, why people don't want to burn their NFTs anymore, right? Well, it's because they don't have access to them.
Yeah.
So
No,
that definitely doesn't help.
You guys have done a really good job with that. I mean, the people that are paying attention and then suddenly able to get what they've probably been trying to figure out. Like, it's not easy. This crypto stuff, it's daunting if you don't know, if you don't have the patience, because I try to do some things and I have a hard time too. I'm more creative rather than the technical. So kudos on you.
There's such a big learning curve in crypto in general. I think that's what's scaring people from getting in, right? There's just so much you need to know before to even start. So seed phrases and different chains and layer ones and
Yeah.
EVM. What's an EVM? It's a Ethereum virtual machine, but not everybody knows that, right? If you're new to the space, you don't know.
What does that even mean, though? What does that mean? Ethereum virtual machine.
So EVM means that these are all chains. So EVM, you're looking at Polygon, you're looking at Say. So basically, they're working with the Ethereum liquidity. So they're tapping into the Ethereum ecosystem. So that's why it's called Ethereum virtual machine. So it's a layer 2 that basically tries to scale Ethereum, because Ethereum itself, once they hit a certain amount of GUI or transactions, the fees absolutely skyrocket, right? So in order to help with that, well, they made a bunch of layer 2s, like Polygon, like Arbitrum, like Say, Crow. They're all EVM chains. So they use the same address, right? That 0x address that you have for Ethereum, but it's the same for all these different chains. So that's the EVM side of things. And this is where Cosmos distinguishes itself. And that's why Say has always had an IBC connection to it, because at the end of the day, the chain uses Cosmos tech. So the Cosmos SDK was used to build the chain out. So they had that IBC side of things that we found super interesting since we were on Cosmos. So it was an easy onboarding for us because we didn't need a new wallet. We didn't need like a whole new set of things that people need to learn in order to participate. It was easy. Give me your Say address and go mint. A free mint on top of that. So they didn't even need the funds, right?
Right.
Gas fees.
That's awesome.
So that's EVM for you.
Yeah. So again, the average person coming in for the first time is going to scratch their head a lot. So the easier that you make things for them to understand and then help them along the way is really going to help retain them, especially in your community. I mean, that's one of the reasons that your community is so strong, because you keep doing all this research and stuff for them.
Yeah, we take a lot of time. I do it for myself and I share with the community. So I think it's information. It's free. All you have to do is hold a couple of our NFTs and we share that with you. So you're on the journey with us. So we take you guys there and we try to help each other out. That's what's beautiful about these NFT communities, especially in bear markets or when you're trying to learn something. Well, there's always somebody willing to help, and it's crazy how people are really nice and friendly in Web3, right? Because in real life, It's not always like that, but it's crazy how many like-minded people are in crypto. They're super helpful, and yeah, that's what you build with time. And we've been here for 3 years, right? So we've built a really tight knit community. Our core community is super solid, and we've been helping each other out together. So it's very rewarding to be a part of these communities.
Well, it's
Not
also,
everybody has that.
I think it's sort of a support group as well. I mean, the bear market would have been a heck of a lot longer if it wasn't for the community, people to talk with, people that, they're going through the same shit you're going through. It's just nice to have a little support group like this. It really helps go through the pains of these damn bear markets.
Yeah. People
So
that are
guys, we're streaming. We're streaming during the it's the actual press conference from the crypto SARS that's going to talk about all their plans for digital assets. So
oh
that's going live now. So we're going to be ending here. I don't know what's going to happen with the markets, but potentially we're going to get a pump or a dump depending on what he says there. So apparently they were rumored to talk about the Bitcoin strategic reserve. So that should be good for crypto in general. I know these tariffs have put a bit of a dent in the markets, but yeah, we're still expecting these BTC reserves and see if that's actually going to pan out this year. Regulation is coming. But in the meantime, we're going to be drawing some zombies.
right back to the good old undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong
Well,
with
I
that.
think it's just a question. I really think the main thing is when the Fed's going to cut the rates. I think that's when we're really going to see things take off.
When
I know
the
they were
United
hinting at it last meeting, but I think next one they're not going to have a choice.
And guys, if you're in the crowd right now and you have some specific traits you'd like to see in this new collection of zombies that's going to come out eventually, what type of traits you think are things that we need in these collections?
this is
I
a
gave a
tinfoil
couple
hat
of
trait.
examples, but yeah, what specific traits or that you think are a must have in this collection? For sure, we have crowns. That for sure we're gonna have some inside. The most popular traits that we have on Cosmos are that the halo and stuff like that. So those are already included. But if you guys have some original ideas, well, feel free to share it in the chat, guys.
So this will be probably our tinfoil hat. Keep out those pesky brain scanning government
So
microwaves.
The Axe is having issues.
Ask him if he wants to come tomorrow, and we'll host him on our regular spaces. So tomorrow, guys, we're gonna switch it up. So we're gonna do a spaces with Byron streaming, but not with the Twitch one. So with just a regular video stream, right, Byron?
Yeah, we'll just do. Yeah, we'll just do the spaces one and see how that goes. See which people
I
prefer.
like those too, but this one's definitely more appealing to the eye. But yeah, in the spaces, I think it's gonna be better. Most people are used to that one, so
Yeah,
we'll have Anastasia Gonzer, right, Superman. We're gonna have Just Michael, that's coming as well, and we've shouted out to anybody from the creator round to come and talk to us. We're still fairly new to say ourselves. We know that there's a bunch of regular spaces and the regular crowd, right? But we're really trying to be distinguished and different. Trying to bring a different vibe, a different type of content. We know that the Say What show in the morning. Well, they have their talk about pretty much anything that's ongoing in the news, and it's a great space. I love attending it. Those guys are very entertaining, Biggie and Nifty, and yeah, there's a bunch of other spaces that are ongoing. We're going to try and bring more of a art side of these type of spaces and talk a little bit about the art. And again, we want to get to know all these different communities, these different influencers, get to know them maybe on a personal level, and what they're doing here on Say. I know Anastasia is also applying here for abstract, and she's applying for this one as well. So we can see that she's very active, right? She's making videos almost daily about Say, and she's been doing it for a while. So we actually donated to her today, on
awesome.
top of a lot of other people. But we really think it's important to support the people that have been, in the trenches since the beginning, and they're applying and they're gonna get rewarded for it for all their time they spent shilling the Say ecosystem, because we need these people, or else they're just going to go away. You can clearly see that some people that were in the first couple of rounds, that they didn't get what they wanted, so they're drifters, and they go away, and that's not cool. That's not cool. And I know I'm a big supporter, so if a chain supports me, I support the chain. It scratch my back, I scratch yours, and that's the type of attitude I like to have. And yeah, I think Say here with the creator rounds are really doing something cool for the creators. There's always some abuse to the system, so I think this time around it looks like they're really perfecting the way they're gonna like just check out like who donated what, and make sure that people are not cheating on the actual round itself. So again, I think it's cool. I hope the people that deserve it get rewarded, and that they actually end up bringing value to the Say ecosystem. I think on our side, we did onboard a lot of people on Say. Sometimes people say they're going to onboard, but we actually did it,
Yep.
and we had a plan behind it with the Creepy Companions minting on Stargaze, and then right away going with that community here on Say for the ZombSEIs, and it worked out really well. As you can see, there's I would think at least half of the holders from ZombSEIs are from Cosmos, and the other half would be Say. That would be the ideal, right? Like a sort of fusion of both communities into one, and that's
Exactly.
it, man.
Yeah,
I think we did a good job in that department.
Yeah.
Yak,
I mean, go ahead, Superman. Go ahead.
Yaks won't be able to make it. This Twitch is not sending him the verification code, so he's gonna come tomorrow, and we'll do a regular Twitter Spaces tomorrow, and we'll have him there.
We miss you,
That's
Yax.
cool.
All right. Good enough. What else then?
Well, I'd like to know why you like to draw squid so much. Is that because
Well, don't you? Have you ever eaten squid? I don't know. I got the real reason is again down to the hats, man. I like to pick. I like it when I see people that have hand drawn octopus and stuff like that. It's a lot of work to get all those tentacles to kind of look right. I don't even try. I mean, they're like noodles, and then I try to make it look better than noodles. But the trying to get it to look right was always a challenge. So I worked on it and worked on it, and I just got addicted to it. It's right up there with skulls. Like I'm always drawing skulls, and I do a lot of octopi and tentacle stuff. It's fun. It's kind of cathartic doing all these little circles too sometimes.
it makes me think of Pirates of the Caribbean, the pirate,
Yeah, that main villain guy,
the
Davy
main villain
Jones, I
guy.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that a lot. But can you imagine you get a one-on-one ZombSEI that has this for its head, right? That'd be cool. But I can also cut off the tentacles and put them on this guy, right? So I thought it'd be fun to just mix it up with all sorts of things, not just zombies, people, but maybe a squid or two, right? Let's get some crab eyes in here. We're gonna get really experimental. It's like the more fun, because the other one was lacking in having a really dynamic range of traits. It was, in my opinion, not my best work, but it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of reasons for the way it was put out, and now we learned, right? And we're doing it
but you
better.
know what? I really like the model we put out for ZombSEIs, and again, it was a risky place to launch a collection. Say was going through some hardships at the time, but we were determined to launch it. Right? You guys had campaigned for I think like 6 or 8 months on Say, and I didn't want to put all that work to waste. When you told me the situation you guys were in, I automatically tried to find a solution to bring back interest to the collections. Obviously, when a project lead disappears and stuff like that, there's some bad sentiment that comes with that. But I think we did a really good job by launching the Creepy Companions first, building like a strong core of community, and then bring those people there on Say. I think it really helped with the FOMO, right? The FOMO at first,
And
and
then later, yeah.
the initial hype. So we had to build that, and we did it quick, man. We did that in like a month or two. So we didn't want to waste too much time on the whitelist phase, but we wanted to reward our community first off, right? Because our community has gone through the entire bear market with us. So we've had some fair share of hardships in terms of certain chains not performing well. So when we were able to offer the ZombSEIs to our community, and at the same time have that be an onboarding mission for us on Say, it was a no-brainer for us to do that, right? Because it was beneficial for Say, it was beneficial for us. It helped us sell the collection on Stargaze, the Creepy Command, because art is hard to sell, man.
Yep.
Pure art collections, especially the size that we did, right? We had 2,500 pieces almost on Stargaze. Like, I don't think anybody's done that type of size of hand-drawn art one-on-ones. So it was very unique. It was something different, and we accomplished it, right? We sold out the collection, and right now that collection is still ongoing on Stargaze. We're sweeping those floors regularly. Obviously, a lot of people got compensated with a bunch of ZombSEIs. Everybody technically has their initial investment back with their ZombSEIs, so Creepies didn't really cost you anything at that point, and you're able to collect like a large amount of ZombSEIs on Say. You could have used them to buy more art for Byron, because we use the ZombSEIs as currency to purchase one-on-ones. And right now we're at a bit of a stalling point because we don't have access to the Say of the Dead collection to keep adding pieces on it. So we're holding back until that's sorted out with Magic Eden. The engineers are working on it. They're working on giving us access to the Creators Hub. And as soon as we do, we have some pieces ready. We're just waiting for the green light, guys. But you know what? The markets are down right now, so you're
Yeah.
so
Technical problems.
even if we would launch stuff right now, I don't think it's the best time with the market sentiment. So time is on our hands. We're working on this V2 collection. So ZombSEIs for sure are gonna get some first dibs on these.
Nice, guys. Just to FYI, in terms of contributions, we are now ranked number 3 behind Mr. Grinity and Lunchman Creates.
Wow.
We're number 3.
In terms of crowdfunded US dollars, we are now at number 8. So we went from 15 to 8.
Wow. Good job, ZombSEIs.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's the power of the Horde.
You know, guys, this is what gives me motivation to keep going, right? Sometimes when the markets are up and down, and you know, it's not easy. Let's be honest here, guys. It's not easy running crypto projects like this. You know, there's not a lot of money to go around, so you really gotta love what you do, because if you don't, it becomes a job, and you know, you don't want that. So
Nobody wants a
personally,
job.
I'm in crypto. I do crypto every day, and NFTs has really been a way for me to disconnect from the crypto, the coins specifically. Now you're collecting art, you're collecting a piece of history, or I don't know, it's just fun. I really have a blast collecting. I love the minting rush, right? Am I gonna get a rank 1? Am I gonna get a rank 10? I'm not super lucky with the rarities, unfortunately. All the time I get the rarest ones of the collections that don't do well, and then the collections that do well, I get the least rare ones. But yeah, it's that rush to mint. I don't know. I just enjoy it. I used to collect cards when I was small. I used to collect stuff, so I've always loved the whole collection part, right?
Yeah. But it's also like, yeah, I agree with you. I like the whole collecting and trying to make a whole set thing, but that's a whole different kind of collection that we're talking about.
Byron, I still think there's opportunities to do some new things that nobody has done before in NFTs.
Oh yeah.
You know, the card collection, I don't think that's a crazy idea. You know what I mean? Like, if imagine you could do packs, and people would open packs, and you got to complete a full collection in order to be able to, I don't know, get an upgraded piece, or you know, there's so many things we can do, right? But
Exactly.
it's the time that's not on our side right now for that, because you can have a lot of great ideas, but it takes time and money, and the developers are probably the hardest part in Web3, right? They're impossible to find, and when you find one, you're lucky if he's good people. Sometimes if they run away with your money, so yeah, it's a dangerous game, the development part of Web3. But if you do find people that are trustworthy and that want to build with you, sometimes some great things can come out of that. So
Well, you know what, Gigi? You were talking about us collecting cards as kids, right? So I went to look for fun. We were collecting the 1995 Marvel Flair cards, correct?
Marvel, yeah.
So I'm looking on eBay right now. Some cards are selling. One individual card is selling for $1,700.
Wow.
Some of them are selling for 400. Some of them for
Well,
500.
you should leave the collection to your kids because I think when we were collecting Marvel, Marvel wasn't really doing movies at the time, right? So now Marvel is like all over. Um what's on TV, right? Everybody, there's a not Superman, Spider Man, um, Wolverine, and all of those things, right? So, no, is Wolverine DC? I'm always
No,
confused between the
that's
two.
Marvel.
No, that's
So,
Marvel.
so
Wolverine's
Marvel. Oh
Marvel.
yeah, it's true. They did the Deadpool and all. So,
Yeah.
so that's it. You know, when we were young, those were the shows that we grew up with, and now they became like the only thing that they do on the movies. Once it's Thor, then it's Wolverine, then it's Deadpool, Spider Man. Three different types of movies, one after the other, and this is all they're doing right now. So I think the fact that Marvel has become at the forefront of culture, well, everybody that's been collecting these cards, well, they don't make them no more, right? Nobody makes that 1994 collection. How many people collected it fully, the full collection? Who knows? So they become rare, and collectors are going to want to collect those. So now that everything is going digital, I think physical art or physical cards become that more valuable. I would believe, at least.
A, about a half a decade or more ago, I made my own zombie cat trading cards. I only printed off one though, just so you
You
know.
had zombie cards?
I made my own, yeah. Like
That's pretty
I
cool.
designed them and then I got a local printer, or actually I went to Staples and printed them out there and cut them and everything. Made little envelopes for them. Oh man, I did a lot of my hands-on work a decade ago.
Could do like Yu-Gi-Oh with the cards.
Yeah,
Have some battles.
why not? We could do it. I got some small connections to printing. We just need the shipping people to help us. So,
Well, I remember it used to be cool. You used to have like those cards, like a checklist to see if you had the whole collection, and you used to check them off, and you kept buying packs in hopes of catching that one that you're missing.
yep,
I
and
still
even the
remember
bubble gum.
the one we were missing was the Punisher one, and we
We
went
bought it on
ape shit.
eBay, right? We could get the last one.
Yeah, yeah, we went ape shit to try and get it. Thank God we did.
And we actually lost one of our friends because of it. I remember one day he gave us the card for something, and then he wanted it back, but like he traded it, right? So when you trade something,
No take
usually,
backs.
it's said it's done, but then he came back and he wanted it back, right? And it was completing my collection. I was like, no, I'm not going to give it back. I gave you XYZ. So why'd you want it back now? And he kept insisting until he got his mother to come and talk to my parents. And my parents gave me shit and told me, like, just give it back to him. You're causing issues? It's just a card. And we gave it back to him. And then our collection was incomplete for like 10 years. And then we got it on eBay. And then we never spoke to that guy again. That's for sure.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
Oh man, I didn't grow up with the internet. So it got invented after basically as I was graduating from high school. Or at least it became public. I had the dial up
How old are
internet.
you, Byron?
How old am I?
Yes.
Take a guess.
You told me already, but I got short-term memory,
Good.
and I'm gonna say
52.
40, 45?
No, I'm pushing 50. I'm 49.
49.
Yeah,
Damn.
I am old school. I am Gen X. The
You know
last
what?
of
I'm
the
hitting 40
best
this year.
generation. What's that?
I'm hitting the big 4-0.
Yeah, I know. You guys are young pups. It's kind of funny, like, just the difference in how you grew up and how I grew up and how things are. It's amazing. I feel
Well,
older.
10 years?
10-year difference, man.
Yes. 10 years is a lot, right? Because when there was no internet yet when I was born, or I started, I remember those freaking big computers that they had at school, the first ones. I was in elementary, I think, the first time I touched a computer.
Oh yeah.
So it was a couple of years out. So you had at least another 10 years more than me with
Without.
old school ways.
Yeah, it was a different time. We played different kind of games. I was big into GI Joes, and I didn't have a lot of friends for whatever reasons. So I used my imagination and had these massive epic wars of GI Joe toys in the backyard. JoJo versus Cobra. We had the comics and stuff. That was my jam.
I used to do that too.
There we go.
I had Superman every day, right? I had twin brother, so me and him, we used to butt heads like crazy. We didn't need friends, so it was just me and him.
There you go. That's cool. Now my brother was about almost 4 years older than me, and he had his own group. All right. So what else you want to talk about? Say this. Say less. Say more. Say something.
Well, now I'm looking, guys. I don't know if you guys had some merchandise from the fuckers. Currently, if you did get that care package, you can go on the fuckers handle. They have a website where you go burn your NFT and you could claim your physical piece. I'm looking at it right now. Seems pretty simple. You choose what you want and they ship it to you. Put your address, sign a transaction. So the fuckers delivering on their care package. That's really cool to see.
That's
I'm trying
cool.
to look for Lucille packs. When's the reveal?
I heard Friday, Superman. So if you guys minted those Lucille's, what's his name? Uncle Funk. That's the guy that's behind the project. And from what I understood, I think the foundation is behind him. I think that's why that collection is doing good. It was a paid mint that did well. It's sold out on public. Right now, we're waiting for the reveal. So each pack should open up 3 Lucille's. So yeah, I haven't sold one yet. So I minted a few packs, and we'll see how it does. If it is a game and it's backed by Say, I mean. Who knows how it's gonna do? So I'm gonna reveal my NFTs. I hate not revealing. I'm always scared that, the one time I'm gonna get a rank 1 is the time I'm gonna sell the pack before the reveal, type of thing, and that's how they get me to not sell early. Look at that baseball bat.
I sold a few. I got my money back. I'm keeping the rest. Floors at 22 say. There's only 31 listed. That's pretty good.
As long as you don't go look back after the ones that your pack and what it opened up, because that's some bad karma or bad FOMO after.
Let's see how the ZombSEIs are doing.
So Byron, if I have a question for you, when do you think we're gonna start seeing some sort of generations of these?
How soon do you want to? Like I've kind of taken some of your words to heart and trying hard not to spoil anything, right? Like I'm the kind of guy that likes to show as often as possible, so I'm restraining myself.
We can tease for sure. We can tease, especially PFPs. We can tease. We've told people now that we're working on it. We haven't given any details, but yeah, that Lucille bat right there, that's Walking Dead right there.
There we go. We're talking. I'll put the letters in and stuff. Make it look more real once I get to the paint job on it. It's just a mess right now, but it's my mess, and I understand what's going on.
So these zombies V2, I don't mind sharing some of them so people can see what's coming. I mean, that's the tease, right?
Well,
at first we weren't sure if we were going to do it, then we spoke about it, and we think it's a good idea. So plus the idea behind this, guys, the ZombSEIs V2, is that we wanted a collection of PFPs that would represent Byron across the multi-chain. So not just not just Stargaze, not just, we want a collection that people know 100% that they see this is Byron. Yeah. So one-on-ones are cool, but in crypto, it looks like those are all amazing, Byron. And we all know that in crypto, people really gravitate around PFP collections because it's a way that they can represent themselves socially on Twitter, on different platforms. So people like to associate themselves with a specific collection or a specific PFP. So we're going to try and bring that awesome sauce to the ZombSEIs V2, or maybe we can call them ZombStars, or maybe we can have them on both chains, or on 3 chains, or on 4 chains, or 5 chains.
Exactly.
The options are endless at this point. We're going to be honest with you. We have been reached out by chains to go and launch stuff there and different things of that nature. So Byron slowly is getting some notoriety, guys. And our goal with getting with Byron is to try and push his art. You know, when you're an artist and you're drawing all the time, it's hard to think about the marketing and all that. So we're
Yeah.
trying our best here to give him as much exposure as possible to the markets, to the different ecosystems. And yeah, I think you guys are vibing with the art for sure.
One of the things, about a few months back, I listened to a Drip interview when they interviewed Todd McFarlane, and he was basically saying, like, art isn't just easy. It's not something you just can fluff out, and it's hard work. Like, it is hard work. It's mentally hard work. You gotta, you know, it's a little bit draining. So having you and Superman doing the marketing and all that kind of stuff, it's a massive relief. Like, I can't tell you how much it's changed my whole workflow. So
And I
that's all I
really
have to
like the
say.
fact that we have a few collections because they support each other, right? So sometimes when you're stuck with only one collection and it doesn't do well, you're kind of stuck. But in our situation, since we're on different chains, different ecosystems, we can focus our energy on specific places when need be. And, we have the support of the community behind us. So it helps a lot, man, to build this from scratch and to build it organically over 3 years. I think people have mad respect for what we've done. We've been here and we haven't let go, either hardships or down times or good times. We've always been here throughout all of the time. So I think that slowly gains respect of the community. You're making some big pipes there,
Yeah, I gotta get some muscles in there.
huh?
I got little
Those are
pipes.
my
So
favorite, by the way. In the ZombSEIs, the wife beater with the muscles.
yeah,
Yeah, they're my favorite.
I like that one too. That was a last minute addition. I mean, again, like once you guys took over and started helping me out with everything, like I honestly was at my wits end with it because of what happened. I was done. I couldn't even see properly with the collection anymore. But just before we launched, I added a few other traits. But now that things are going smoother and everything is better, mentally and all that other kind of stuff, uh, I see I'm having a lot more fun with it. Like it's not so much a rush to get it done so I can make a buck. It's let's get it done. You guys can do your job so everyone knows what's happening and we just have fun with it. Kind of. I
What
rambled.
about
Sorry.
what about? I'm wondering. Let's say for the chin, what if we do some with no chin, like the chin ripped off or something? Is that
Right.
doable?
Absolutely. Like here's one for example where it's going to be there's no room for a chin, so it's not going to have anything left. I might even just do one where it's just a whole mouth or the tongue hanging out, or we go with your idea more. So
Like without the chin and you just the blood gushing down, like they got ripped off or something.
right,
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. Do you
That
still
could
get a
be like
nose,
a
or she?
portrait. Sorry,
Does it get a nose still or no?
a nose. Yeah, the noses are cool.
Okay, so we'll add the nose. It's gonna be a bit pointy this one, and then we're gonna give it the bottom mouth. And it's just been brutalized, right? So we don't have to be too perfect with the teeth. Just give it some big chunkers, just to make it simple, and bam, that's it. There's nothing left. We could add a bunch of blood streaming around. It's going over the chin.
Some missing limbs. We want to put that like that arm and stuff. Maybe somebody with
Just a
missing his
bone, just a
forearm
bone
or
sticking out.
missing some fingers.
There we go. So that's great. Like, for example, one of the early ones I've done is it's more of a bone. You'll see it soon. It's about a 10-second delay, I think. Anyway, it's a bone holding a stick of TNT. Now, if we really had the technology to do this, or if I understood or had the time, we could actually animate everyone, most of these. Like, we could have the TNT just having a little bit of sparkle with it,
Wow.
So,
I see.
missing.
I've seen these guys in the states holding out the fireworks. And they're holding out.
Here's one that'll be holding a pop gun, right? And if we could animate it, we could pop it out and it gets loaded back in. Pop, right? Could have something poking in and out of the holes if we wanted to, just to be silly. We could spin the eyes. We could move the mouth up and down.
That reminds me the gun from Fortnite.
Yeah. Are you a Fortnite player?
Pew pew pew. I used to be.
Yeah.
My son is that. He's up in the top ranks, close to the top
I had to
ranks.
stop because I was addicted, man. I couldn't stop playing.
Yeah, he quit for a while now too because he's trying to focus on his education a bit.
I was just upset because the people with the computers would be so much better than me, and I got to a point where, like, it's not even fun anymore.
Oh, you were using it on the Xbox.
PlayStation, yeah. So
Okay.
these guys would build a tower in front of me in a span of a few. I think they took out the constructing the buildings part. I
Yeah, they
think.
have two versions now.
Well, the building part was fun at first until my friends showed me how to do it with their computer, and I even if on a computer I wouldn't be able to do it. So these guys, in a span of like 2 seconds, they had a tower in front of me. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, that's my son and both my sons actually. They're really good at that. They've won tournaments and not like big tournaments, just the ones that they have on uh, on Fortnite, right? But they just played it, and they got small, like young minds and fast reflexes and process differently than I do because they've grown up with technology. It's
Well,
crazy.
guys, we're approaching the hour here. We got 3 minutes left, so we're gonna wrap it up here
Yeah.
after Byron finishes this last piece here.
I have
But
to
yeah,
do
guys,
color.
this is the model we're bringing forth. So we're gonna keep doing these live streams. Tomorrow we're gonna be putting a pause to this type, and we're gonna be doing a spaces with a video stream. We're gonna have Yax, Anastasia, and just Michael. So those are also people that are participating in the creators round. We've invited other people, so maybe some surprise guests tomorrow. And we're really gonna try to get these people to get to know us and us to get to know them, because I think that's the part that we were lacking. We did have ambassadors to try and help us in that department, right? We had some people that really knew Say well, but unfortunately that didn't work out. Or when the going got tough, some of them decided to leave, and it's okay, guys. I mean, it's not easy, bear markets, and we're 100% aware, so no hard feelings there. But
Nope.
yeah, it has impeded us from having like a real voice that really knows Say super well. I'm learning myself, right? I'm not an expert of all chains, but I think I learned fairly quickly. And right now, yeah, for sure. If anybody wants to, be a part of this and wants to represent us a little bit on spaces and stuff of that nature, feel free to reach out to us, because we could pay in ZombSEIs if somebody really loves the project and wants to go, on the Say What spaces at night. At night, when they have the fucker spaces, that's like when we disconnect normally. So if we have somebody to represent us in the off hours and stuff like that, that's could be a big plus for the project. But again, you have to love the project. You have to love being a part of it. And again, we can compensate you with NFTs for sure.
Help wanted. Apply within. Right?
Yeah, because if Byron's on spaces, he's not drawing. If he's not drawing, we don't have art.
Yeah.
And if we don't have art, and I'm not preparing the rest of the communications for the rest of the week, well, everything gets disorganized. So it's a team. If everybody does their part, we're able to advance nicely. So
The ripple
again,
effect
if you
is
guys are
felt.
listening and you want to take part of a project, and you're looking to revive another project on Say, well, the ZombSEIs are here, and we're welcoming people here and infect you guys and get rewarded for it. So you're not going to do it for free.
Join the
So
horde.
think about it.
Join
Think
the
about
horde.
it.
Join the horde. Just join it. Just
What's in
join.
his mouth there?
Well, that'll be pink. Yeah, sure. So it'll be like his tongue, or her tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit
I thought it was a
awkward.
banana for 2 seconds.
There. Now it's even worse looking, eh? Watch this. So one of the next ones I want to do some color. So I'll be taking a lot of pictures of these so I don't wreck them. I'll still have them inked, and then I'll start painting them online or on the stream. So we'll bring them even more to life.
So Thursday or what?
Yeah, I think that should work.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be nice to switch it up to paint. So, all right, guys, it's been an hour, so we're gonna shut it down. Again, thanks a lot for everybody that donated. We really got our numbers up by helping the Kepler people. So, kind of sucks that we have all that community that can't really participate. But yeah, there's a language barrier. Then on top of the language barrier, there's a time zone barrier, and then on top of that, it's a new ecosystem for them. So it's
Yeah.
triple barriers. But we're breaking all the barriers, and we're gonna come out on top, guys. We're not gonna give up. We're not gonna let down.
Yeah.
You're.
You're.
And, that's it, guys. So we're gonna be back tomorrow on the spaces around what time tomorrow, Superman?
Tomorrow should be at 1:30.
1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome.
All right, so we're gonna announce it ahead of time, so you guys have a bit of time to prepare. But guys, it's gonna be every single day, so except weekends. So and this weekend, maybe since it's the last 2 days, Maybe we can sneak in one at least. There's also the Super Bowl on Sunday, guys. So Sunday is a big no-no. There's going to be nobody around.
All right. Well, there's a good chance that I might pop into a live stream just to keep working on the art, but it won't be like planned or anything. It'll just be a spontaneous thing.
Super.
So I got to keep
All right,
working.
guys.
All right.
Who's winning, the Chiefs or the Eagles?
We have
I'm
80
gonna
contributors
say
now, by the way.
The Eagles.
Sorry.
80 contributors now.
80. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
amazing.
So that
All
means
right.
we're second place.
That's fantastic.
So, guys, thanks a lot, Byron. Really appreciate you taking the time to do this for us. And yeah, Superman, thank you for hosting this and getting all these people and the collaborations going. So, guys, Superman works in the back channels for us big time. And yeah, guys, thanks a lot, everybody. We're going to see you guys all tomorrow. If you have any questions, we're in the Discord. If you guys still have issues with your Kepler, come reach out. And guys, there's 6 days left for the creators grant. We're actually sitting in excellent position right now. And I think it has an impact, right? If we finish in the top in the creators round, I think that's going to bring attention to the project itself. And if we get any bit of attention right now, I think the project is really gonna go into price discovery in terms of the NFTs listed on the marketplace. So not financial advice, doing your own research. Thanks everybody for coming. Mediums are in the chat. They're also in the Discord with the announcements, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Ciao,
Cheers.
guys.